tension, because the tension span have gone down from the 2.5 hour movie to 25 minutes documentary, and now to 15, not even 15 actually, 1 minute of reel, and then it's gone down to 15 seconds of TikTok videos, right? So it's getting challenging to keep you guys entertained. So let me start with this video first. All right. I think that's pretty much it. So, what did you think about it? It's like a different level thing they're doing. Of course, they have done a lot of research on their cuisine. It's in Spain, this restaurant in particular, and what they do is phenomenal. They are currently 3 Michelin star. There have been 2 Michelin star, and Michelin stars are given to restaurants who does some outstanding work, and they create restaurants par excellence. So, if you know all about MasterChef, I think you should look beyond. Like scientists tell us to look beyond, I think it's all also our consumers or our diners have to look beyond that cycle. So a little bit, I mean, the boring bit, or I mean, interesting bit as well. On the other hand, it's about how we, as chefs, are utilizing AI at the moment. It's not much into play, honestly speaking, in our categories, where it's about restaurants or hotels or airline caterings. I personally belong to airline catering. So we are just getting into it at the moment. And what do we see it as an usage of it and potential impact on the future of cooking? Is basically recipe development, which is very important, like Dr. Ganesh was talking about it, and the nutritional benefits, how we can intercept in advance, that how we can get that into play. Kitchen appliances have been transformed into more automation. Since 2003, the technology has gone really up, and it's continuing to another level. Personalized culinary experience, what does that mean? Is basically when you go into restaurant, basically you all go to restaurants, and if you have noticed, or I don't know if you have not noticed, you always order some kind of particular circle of dishes. You don't really go out of that comfort zone, and we want that AI to adapt and know about that in you. So when you come to restaurant, we as a chef take help of AI, and we know that this guest order in that zone of flavor pairings, and we can pick up dish or recommend you dishes according to those selections, right? Because we know very well that in a restaurant you won't go very experimental until chef comes to you and say, this is special of the day, would you like to try it? Otherwise, hardly people like to invest money in something they're not aware of. So AI can help in that. Food safety, quality control. I give you an example of another airline. It's massive one in Dubai. They have a tracking system, barcode system basically. So every cart is basically, if you see on the flight, cabin crew comes with a cart. So every cart have a barcode. So literally, if you complain in a flight that we have food poisoning or we have sickness and all that, they can track it down. That this cart was picked up this time, this was the person in charge, this was the shift of cold kitchen, hot kitchen. So literally everything, all the data has been loaded on that cart. And Emirates or Etihad or all these big players, they do about 120 to 140,000 meals a day. That's massive numbers, right? So of course, this kind of technology will definitely help to track down the system. Like I said, automated cooking process have really gone on, new high. I think it's got disconnected. No, it's okay. AI-powered robots, we were just talking about it. I was just last week at COP28. I've been one of the first chefs to speak at COP28, so I was very fortunate about it. And I saw the robots and all the usage of robots they have been showcasing over there. It's amazing to see that, and we would love to see that more coming into practice rather than just demonstrations. So let's see how in near future we can get that on board. Although in airline caterings we do have machines which are not really that robotic, but in a way like you don't have to stand with the stirrer and keep stirring something. You have automation in that. Cooking techniques, we have a lot of different kind of cooking techniques which have been inspired, I could say, from AI or technology which is similar to that. And that I would say one of it is sous vide, where the temperature is very controlled. You can just leave it on your mobile phone on an app, and it just helps to cook the dish according to your preferences. Whatever you input in that app, it will give you the similar outcome. And even nowadays we have gas ranges or inductions, you call it, electric inductions, which have been into a similar platform, and they use magnetic stirrer. Like in laboratory, you have magnetic stirrer on top of what do you call that, glass jar, right? So something similar have come up in cooking techniques also. Now we talk about recipe recommendation in system, which is, I was just talking about it previously, that as your guest, you can really surprise them if chefs use this kind of system. If they have that kind of data, they have a repetitive guest, especially airlines have a lot of frequent flyer members. If you see, you always go and register because they give you 2%, 5% discount. So that's the good way to collect that data, keep it with you, and in return, you give back to the community or give back to your guest. So I think that will be one of the approaches we will have also in our future. Enhanced user experience is a very similar thing to personalizing something. Food quality and safety assurance, and food traceability. Food traceability, actually, it's a very interesting topic. I was in Bangkok sitting with few Michelin star chefs. They have a very interesting kind of application. It's inbuilt in Excel itself. So what they do is when a chef orders broccoli or tomatoes or anything, right? So they have the recipe on one end. But the guy who's sending them that, the supplier will encode the pricings in it. So the pricings, if let's say tomato pricings change, which changes a lot in Bangkok, it will fluctuate in the system, and it will automatically on a live on basis goes to the restaurant owner or a chef. And chef will say, yeah, tomato gone so up and it's flashing, so let's remove that dish and bring some other dish. So it's like a very interesting process. They were doing it, and I was very inspired. I haven't seen something like this still in India, but I hope it will come up soon, and I think people will really gain a lot from it because of the wastage and because of the pricings. We can really have affordable pricings and give better quality food. Analytics, of course, it's also like we said, it's in computer. The more data we feed in, the more data we can save and the more data we can work on. Culinary creativity, of course. See, chefs have this perception of cooking dishes in a very weird format. Sometimes I've created dishes out of, sleeping midnight, and I just got an idea. I just want to write it down. And I'm one of those chefs, I don't like to open cookbooks and take something from there. If you go back on any of my creations, on any social media platform, I've given a lot of thought process to it. It's not just a recipe, it's an experience, I call it. So I always take time to put a dish out, and I want to create a statement out of it because it's a philosophy. And that's what I learned from all the big chefs, especially Chef Ferran Adria, who invented, molecular gastronomy, and he was kind of godfather of Spanish and the Mediterranean kind of food. And what he did, he invented, I think, about 400 to 500 recipes during the whole span of his career. So, we should be inspired from such mentality because they are the one who are creating. And a very good statement he says is creativity is not copying. And that's what I believe in also, that we should innovate, of course, take inspiration from what we have from our cultural past or roots, and then try to see how it get implemented today at this stage. Like I always say, that's a very controversial thing to say, so I'll skip that. Uh, let's go on the AI-driven restaurant operations. Ordering system, we are already using it. There are apps like Calo. There is apps like, if you want to study what I was watching, these kids have done amazing job in the morning. It's very inspiring. There is a lot of not similar data but different kind of data. So apps like Calo, Hunger Station, they have outshined themselves with the showcasing what they want to showcase, and it's very interesting. I think you guys should look into it, where they help you lose weight, to personalize your menus and give you suggestions every evening, because they have got your data. They know that in around 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock you're going to order, and someday if you don't order, you get an coupon on your app saying that, look, would you like to have 10% off on your favorite restaurant? So that's how advanced it's getting. That's also in customer personalized experience. Now, ethical consideration. I know we are going too fast with AI, so data breach is always one of the major security concerns, and especially in countries like Saudi Arabia, in UAE, even in India, of course. Our government have banned a lot of Chinese apps due to the same reasons. So AI, somewhere or the other, we have to be really responsible. It's a tool of an amazing creativity, but at the same time, it's a tool which can really be dangerous as well. Job displacements, but I think somebody who can cook with passion and love, I think robots will take time or computers will take time to replace that. Yeah, we have that sense of touch. वो कहते हैं ना, heat can be only adjusted, or seasoning you have in your hand. So that is something I don't think so can be replaced, but it can come closer and help chefs to solve, yeah, their major issues, whether it's about logistics or whether it's about, creativity. So that's one of the things. And I think the presentation is done. And quickly, somebody was talking about the waste management system before. And I was at FAO headquarters and I saw this very interesting system which they have placed. I don't know if you can see it very clearly. So the whole thing have a weighing machine at the bottom. So anything you waste, they have given categorize it even, and FAO headquarters, UN headquarters, they are following this. And at the end of the month, they always track the whole data, and they give you the full report, and the chefs can design menu according to the wastage on that particular ingredient have been done. So I found this technology also very interesting, so I thought to just add it to my presentation. These are a few slides on this. Yeah, so something similar. So that's another thingy. And that's pretty much it. Dr. Ganesh, thank you so much. And I'm so happy to be here once again. And last time we had microscope. Today I thought to put some other gimmick, next time probably a robot here. So let's see what we can do next time. Thank you so much. Thank you.